What's cracking, everybody? It's your favorite starving musician, Jackie Jordan, and you are tuned in to another episode of a short podcast with Jackie Jordan. As always, I'm your host, Jackie Jordan, and today we have a lot to discuss. But before we get into it, do me a favor, go ahead and click that like button, click the subscribe button, click the little bell next to it so you get a notification every time I drop a video. And after you get done listening to this intriguing piece of content, I want you to leave a comment below and let me know what you think, because I love to know what you guys think. Alright, now let's get into it. Y'all, I kind of got a lot to get off my chest right now. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'll try not to get into a rant. But God, y'all, I gotta talk about that boy Drake. God damn it, I am back to talk about that boy Aubrey Drake Graham. I know y'all are probably tired of hearing me talk about this man. I spent the better part of a month talking about his feud between him and Kendrick Lamar. I got called everything but a child of God. I got called a dick rider. I got called a dick sucker. All of the comments on social media defending Drake, people are saying, yo, bro, stop dick eating. Take it out your mouth. Take it out your mouth. Well, I'm here to take you all advice because I've got some criticism to offer for that boy Aubrey. For those of you who don't know, in the midst of this battle with Kendrick, there have been a number of leaked records from songs that Drake didn't write. So these are references tracks that were leaked. There was a leak for Jumbotron, Shit Poppin'. There was a leak for Ratchet Happy Birthday. There was also a leak for Mob Ties. Now, I wasn't really a fan of Jumbo Shit Poppin'. To be honest, when I first heard it, it sounded more like Yachty, which is who did the reference track. So I didn't really like that song, and I also didn't like Ratchet Happy Birthday when it first came out. Wasn't really feeling that. But those of you who know me, I am a big Drake fan. One of my favorite Drake's albums is 2018 Scorpion. Y'all, there on that album, there's only like maybe 3 or 4 skips for me. It's a long album. I think it's probably about 22, maybe 24 records on it. But that's a pretty good ratio. If there's only 4 songs that you're not really rocking with, but the rest of it is quality music, I am a big fan of that album. And one of the songs that's my favorite off of that entire album happens to be Mob Ties. Recently, over the past couple of days, the Mob Ties reference track done by Vori has leaked on the internet, and it's causing a lot of people to offer some criticism to Drake. And honestly, y'all, I've been sitting here trying to defend Drake. I've been holding him down, throughout all of this Ghostwriters shit, because my argument is people always want to talk about, who Drake had ghostwrite for him, but they never want to talk about all of the different artists that he's written for. I'm sorry. Let me do that again, because I can't talk today, evidently. But people always want to talk about all of the songs that Drake had someone else write for him, but they never want to talk about all the songs that he written, yeah, that's how you say it, or that he wrote for everyone else. See, I'm trying, y'all. But for real though, they always talking about like his pen, they basically trying to say Drake is Milli Vanilli. I don't know if I can agree with that. Drake is extremely talented. He wrote some of the best songs in other artists' catalogs for them, including Kanye. Father Stretch My Hands, which is one of my favorite Kanye songs within the last 10 years. And I'm actually just figuring out that Drake wrote that song. And I guess it makes sense because on the Duppy freestyle, he was like, Father had to stretch his hands out and get it for me. I don't know why it's taking me this long to kind of grasp where he was going with that line. I don't know, y'all. I can be a little slow at times. But I ain't know that Drake wrote that song for Kanye. So yeah, we could sit here and talk all day about the Ghostwriters and everything, but we can't take away from Drake's talent. That being said, I don't think I can never look at Drake the same. I don't think I have the same respect for Drake that I once had previously. Because for all of these years, he want to talk about he's the best rapper in the game. He's breaking all of these records, hits after hits after hit. Oh, he just keeps doing it again. Oh, another one. Oh, another one. Oh, another one. But dog, you can't be sitting out here bragging if you're not writing your shit. Now, I can understand collaborating with somebody. I can understand getting help with maybe a hook or maybe a few lines here and there. But Drake is taking entire fucking songs, y'all. And that's why I said I didn't want to fucking get into a rant on this, because it kind of pisses me off to see that he just wants to downplay it over all of these years. He always say, oh, yeah, I had a couple help, with a few records. Nigga, you are taking full records. How can we take you seriously as a rapper if you can't keep this shit G, bro? If you can't live and die on your own pen? I can't even fathom having another artist pen something for me. Because me personally, the enjoyment I get out of doing this music shit is coming up with an idea in my head and then watching it come to life. That's the passion that I have for this music shit. Coming up with my own thoughts, getting them out of my big fucking head, putting them on pen to paper, doing whatever, coming up with the melodies, constructing it, recording it, engineering it, even producing it. That's the passion that I get out of music. So to say I've been looking up to a person all of these years who haven't even been making their own shit, bro. That's just unbelievable to me. It's unbelievable. It's literally plagiarism. This nigga is taking someone else's work. We talking about complete songs, and he's only changing certain words and certain phrases to make it his own. And then you sitting there taking credit for it like you the best rapper under the fucking sun. And then you got fucking idiots like me following you, thinking that you are legit. I can't even tell y'all all of the different criticism that I've gotten over the last couple of weeks, covering the whole Drake and Kendrick shit. All of the criticism I got for being on Drake's side of things, right? And the nigga ain't even writing all of his songs. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy, yo. Ever since the fucking Meek Mill battle, right? When Meek Mill first exposed this nigga for ghostwriting, I can't even count how many reference tracks has come out. Now, I've been listening to other podcasters, other people in rap media who are talking about, well, it doesn't really matter, singers, they use ghostwriters, they work with writers all the time, no one ever says anything about them, right? As long as he's not writing or having someone else write his raps for him. As long as we don't see a timestamp. Bro, all of these fucking reference tracks that we didn't see, you tell me, you don't think that there's a fucking reference track for a time step out there? I didn't think half of these reference tracks existed. You telling me that you don't think that there's a 5 a.m. in Toronto reference track out there? What about a Red Button reference track? Bro, I'm sick and tired of these niggas in this rap industry sitting here posing like they the shit, when all of these niggas is fucking frauds. How many times do I gotta get on this podcast and say, yo, I don't fuck with these people in the industry because they all fucking fake. They all fraudulent as fuck. I'm so sick and tired of looking up to these niggas, man. I'm so sick and tired of having these artists be put on the pedestal only to find out that they really aren't who they say they are. I can't get off of Diddy. I still can't let that go. The person who he has been behind closed doors all of these years, being somebody that I looked up with. I can't get over that. And then now you got Drake with this fraudulent stuff. Bro, I'm at a point now in my entire career where I really feel like fuck my idols, bro. That's how I feel. I feel like fuck my idols. I get on this podcast and I struggle with finding the words to kind of convey what it is I'm feeling, because I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to ruin relationships before I actually get my foot in the door. So I don't like coming in here having a kick in the back of one of my fellow musicians. I don't like having to get on here and talk about people who I admire in a negative light. I don't get any joy or benefit from doing this. But I'm getting to a point to where I'm like, you know what? These motherfuckers ain't paying my bills. These niggas ain't running coming to get my family out of financial jeopardy. So what the fuck am I sitting here protecting these niggas who I don't even know in real life? Just because I like your music, just because I like your songs. On certain topics I don't even speak about. Certain people's situations I don't even speak about, because I'm the type of person, I like to mind my business. I don't like to stick my nose in places where it don't belong. But quite frankly, I'm sick and tired of being your favorite starving musician. I'm ready to eat too. And if I gotta sacrifice one of these niggas to do it, I'm gonna do that shit in a heartbeat, because time after fucking time, these artists, these musicians have shown me, have shown us all why we cannot place them on a pedestal. So from this day forward, no more holding back on my platform. I'm going to speak my mind about whoever the fuck without thinking twice about it. Because fuck the industry. That's how I feel. Fuck the industry. Fuck everybody in it. If you're not putting food on my table, food in my family's mouth, money in my pocket, then what the fuck am I protecting you niggas for? It's clips. 2024 is clips. Now, I want to introduce a new segment called the Topic of the Week. But before I get into the Topic of the Week, I want to stay in music real fast. I know a lot of people been asking me like where am I, where I've been at, what I've been doing, when that new music coming. I know I promised you all a lot of music at the beginning of the year, and I'm here to tell you, if I've been a little quiet, if you haven't heard from old Jackie, that's because I've been locked in. I'm working on a lot of new music, and I'm trying to give it all to you really soon. So I just want you all to stay tuned, because there's going to be an announcement about new music within the next coming days. I give you my word on that. But now I want to move on to the topic of the day. Topic of the week, rather. Topic of the week is a new segment to where I want to introduce certain topics, a variety of topics. It's not just going to be music. It's going to be about life, mental health, just everything under the sun. Whatever it is, I think needs to have a discussion. That's going to be our topic of the week. Because I don't just want to be talking about hip hop and just all of this different stuff. Because a lot of you probably don't even care about it. To be honest, I don't even care about it. I don't even listen to hip hop anymore. There's the only hip hop artists I listen to are the people who I'm already a fan of. I don't listen to other artists like that because I'm so dedicated to my own work and to perfecting my craft. I don't really like all of those outside influences. I like to create the music that I like listening to. I don't really like being influenced, from certain different places because I get pissed off whenever I'm writing a song and then I figure out, oh, this isn't my original lyric that I'm coming up with just now. This is actually a song that I heard in passing 2 months ago, and I'm just tricked myself into thinking that it's mine. So no, I don't really listen to rap like that. I don't really even follow anything that's going on with the industry outside of whatever I see when I look on social media for that day. I'm not even a big social media person. I'm introverted as fuck. I told you guys I'm an INFJ. I don't fuck with too many people. I stay in my own little world, right? But for our topic of the week, these are going to be discussions that really need to be talked about in a serious way. I want to give you all food for thought every time when you come to this podcast and you listen to it. So this week's topic of the week is going to be about modern dating. Everybody's favorite topic, dating. In 2024, I don't know about y'all, but I hate it here. I hate being single. Actually, I love being single, but I hate being single looking to be in a relationship. Because I am sort of a relationship, that's my personality. I'm more of a purple pill guy. I know there's a lot of red pill brothers out of there. If you blue pill, you need help, seek help. All love to the blue pills, but we don't do that over here. It's strictly purple pill, red pill, but I'm a purple pill guy, right? I like a relationship because I love women. I love being in the presence of women. I would much rather be around a woman 24/7 than be around niggas 24/7. That's why I don't really understand a lot of these guys who, they just, them and they best homies just attached at the hip. Like, that sounds nice and everything, but it's too much masculine energy for me, right? I need that feminine energy because I'm a very masculine man. So I love women, and I love the idea of being in a committed relationship. But unfortunately, I was born in the wrong era because relationships seem to be a thing of the past these days. I'm very much dedicated to my future, my purpose, which is doing this music, doing this YouTube, bringing you all a lot of great content, giving you all a lot of great music. I'm dedicated to that. So I don't really have the time nor the energy in my day to be worrying about chasing women, chasing tail, trying to get laid. Like, it's just not enough hours in the day to be focusing on so many things at once. And I actually think that's the reason why a lot of people aren't successful, because they're easily distracted by pussy. That's never been me. I've never been distracted by pussy. But I've always been a lover boy. I was raised in a single mother home. So I got it honest. I'm just a lover boy. I love women and I love the idea of being in a relationship. But in 2024, relationships, commitment, marriage even, all of these things are becoming a thing of the past. And this is the topic that I want to get more into as the months go by, because there's so many different layers to peel back when we're talking about this conversation. But to get the conversation started, here are a few things that I believe are the problem in modern dating. The first is unrealistic expectations. With the advent of online dating and the rise of social media to prominence, the average woman has options out of this world. The average man only has as many options as his bank account can afford. You get me? So, the average woman, I would say the average woman probably has at least 5 guys who she talks to on the regular. Some of them might be more in the friend zone. Some of them might be used for attention. Some of them might be used for their resources. But she always has at least 3 guys who she's very much interested in. And with online dating, women no longer have to leave their home in order to find partners. They can just pick up their phone and at a swipe of their thumb, they have hundreds of potential candidates for dating. This, over time, has kind of led to the devaluation of the average man because the average woman has so many options. These bitches they don't want average. Excuse my French. I don't really like calling women bitches, but some of these bitches is bitches, yo. I said that on one of my songs on the Black 3 tape. I think I said it on Going Backwards. I might be wrong. Going Backwards, I think, you know, they bitches. Some of them is bitches. But there's a lot of women out there as well. Whatever you want to call them, whatever patinas you want to label them as, these women have a lot of options. And they don't want average men anymore. So what's the average man? The average man makes $51,000 a year in this country. These women want above average men. Actually, they want top 20 to top 10% men. The top 1% of this country makes over $500,000 a year. All right. The top 20% makes over, well, not the top 20%, the top 15, let's say 15. These are guys who are making over $100K a year. These women don't want average $50K earning men because they go on their phones, they see all of these women posting their vacation trips, posting all of these Chanel bags, the expensive nails, the expensive hair. These motherfucking hoes want to ride in Scat Packs and Hellcats. These women today want to live this high value lifestyle. And honestly, all of the different average men out there, myself included, I'm definitely not making over 50K a year. Actually, I make around 50K a year. But we are invisible to most women. Now, I know a lot of brothers gonna be like, oh, well, it all depends on your game. You know, you gotta have the swag. You gotta know how to talk to women. That's true as well. The swag, the confidence, the personality, all of that stuff is good enough to get your foot in the door. All of that stuff is good enough to get you laid. But let me tell you what it's not good enough for. Ain't no woman finna marry your 50K earning a year ass. Ain't no woman finna be committed long term to your average at best ass. These women do not take you seriously. Average men. These women don't even see you. You are invisible to these women. They'll have fun with you. They'll take advantage of you. They'll use you because they have nothing else better to do. They love your validation. They love your resources. But if you think a woman is finna be faithful to you and loyal to you, and you're an average earning man in this country in 2024, you have another thing coming. Because these women do not want average earning men. They want above average. They want high value. So if you ain't making more than 600,000, I'm fucking tripping. If you're not making more than 100,000 a year, these women don't want you. And shit, they damn near want a 600,000 a year earning nigga. Because all of these women want the top 1% man. Because they don't want to have to work to pay significant bills. They don't want to have to work after they're pregnant. These women want to be stay-at-home mothers. And 70% of women in this country have to work. I don't know what these hoes running around here thinking that they special for, but you ain't special to nobody but your family and your mama. Because the bottom line is, you women want to look down on an average earning man, when the fact is, without social media, without these dating apps, without makeup, yeah, I'm going there, you hoes is average. So you don't get an average, above average man. You get an average man. They don't quite understand that. But another thing that's holding modern relationships back is the lack of commitment. I just told y'all, ain't no woman finna commit to you if your money not right. They want to give all of these key words, to sweeten it up, to make it sound good. They say they want a man with ambition. It's plenty of brothers out here with ambition. It's plenty of brothers who are on a purpose every single day, going to the gym, going to work, working 16 hours a day in order to be in that above average category, but they're not there yet. So these women want to say, oh, we looking for a guy, who at least has some ambition, who at least wants more for himself. That's a fucking lie. She lied. Y'all worshipped her. Shout out Sway. Y'all don't want no nigga that's fucking on his purpose, working to get to the top. Y'all want a nigga that's already there. You want a nigga that's already at the mountaintop. Unfortunately, most men don't reach their financial peak until between 35 and 45. So my 25-year-old ass don't be looking for me to buy you a fucking Benz. Don't be looking for me to buy your ass a Birkin bag. Don't be looking for my 50,000 a year earning ass to be whining and dining you every week. Yo, this is why I love being single. Because Jackie not doing nothing that Jackie don't want to do. And if Jackie said you ain't getting that bag, put it back. You not getting it. We got bags at home. I'm going to do you like your father. We got bags at home. Put it back. No Birkin bag for you. No Chanel for you. You go get that fucking Walmart bag if you want. Now, Walmart bag might be a little too cheap. I'm just playing with y'all. You can get that Coach bag. I can get you a nice little Coach bag. The 2 C's, we can get that. We can do that. But don't be asking me to buy you no Gucci purse, no Gucci flip-flops, none of that shit that you women out here wearing this Bottega. Don't ask me for none of that because it's not happening. Jackie is not a 6-figure earner. Not yet. But if you ride for me, if you stay down for me, from day one, you can get anything you want once I get there. But I'm not there yet. So don't be asking for it because it's not going to happen. So that's why a woman would not be willing to commit to me long term. And I'm perfectly fine with that. But I sure as hell ain't finna be wifing up none, trying to cuff none, trying to claim some. If you not loyal to me, if the money is all you want, Bitch, go find some other nigga to do that because Jackie ain't doing it. Another reason there's a lack of commitment is because women have trust issues. Men have trust issues as well. But at least men know that if we want to get some fucking pussy, we gotta approach. So the men, we can take all of our trust issues, we can put them in a fucking Ziploc bag, we can save it away for later because our one-track mind says, must get some pussy. And that's a lot of guys' MO. You red pill brothers out there, that's all y'all seem to care about, you know. That's why I can't really be a red pill guy because I kind of require more of an emotional connection, right? When I'm involved with a shawty, you know. That's what I require. You do what the fuck you please. But these hoes don't want no average earning man, even though they average. They have their trust issues. And they just simply aren't willing to take a chance on most men. And it's the game. Can't be mad at it. That's the market right now. And a lot of times I feel like I was just born in the wrong generation because my heart is so big, y'all. Like I tell you, my heart is so big. And I wear my heart on my sleeve sometimes, you know. Look where the fuck that thing got me. If I would have saved all of the money that I spent on women over the years, I'd probably be a fucking 6-figure nigga right now. That's another reason why I love being single. Another reason why modern dating sucks is because there's a fear of vulnerability. Man, this is a female thing. This is also a male thing. I don't really know about other males so much as myself, but man, my trust issues are really bad because I've been done wrong. I've been fucked over so many times. So it's hard for me to be vulnerable with somebody. What tends to happen is just being that I'm such an honest person, I'm a straight shooter, I end up being vulnerable without even realizing that I'm being vulnerable. Sometimes I just get vomit in the mouth and I just start talking about very deep and personal things because to me it's not really a big deal, but I'm realizing that to other people they don't really like going as deep as sometimes I like to bring it, you know, because I'm a very introspective person. And I'm starting to realize that makes a lot of people uncomfortable. So there's a fear of being vulnerable. Talking to a woman and telling her what you feel about her, how she makes you feel. I done learned that, that's the worst thing you can do. The worst thing you can do is validate these hoes. Because the moment you start liking her, the moment she think that she got you in her hands, she gonna start acting an ass, y'all. She lose all her respect for you. The moment she realizes that your ass is pussy whipped. That's when all the fucking shit games start happening. That's when the disrespect start happening. That's when she starts stepping on your boundaries because she thinks that no matter what she'll do, you'll never leave her ass. Again, y'all, that's not Jackie. That's not Jackie. Jackie will up and leave your ass in a heartbeat because I don't have time to waste my time. I don't have time for the games. My trust is bad enough. I'm not trying to be sitting around trying to wonder, oh, well, does she love me? Does she love me not? Chances are she doesn't love your fucking ass, nigga. She love your money. She love your bank account. She loves what you can do for her and how you make her feel. But what happens when things get bad? What happens when the money ain't coming in when it's like it's supposed to? What happens when the chemistry ain't chemistrying, right? When the bond just ain't bonding, y'all. What happens then? Where did the love go? Last time I checked, the love that I subscribe to is the Lord's agape love. That means unconditional love. I love you even on your worst day. That shit doesn't exist in 2024, y'all. It just doesn't. And we can either be upset about it, cry about it, bitch about it, moan about it, or we can accept it for what it is and figure out how we can navigate through this modern dating. So I want y'all to give me y'all opinions on modern dating. Do y'all think that the dating pool is terrible? Because in my opinion, it's terrible. First of all, these women don't have no respect. And like I said, this is an issue that we can really break down and dissect and get into some of the nuances of everything. But I just want to get the conversation going now. But one of the main reasons why the dating pool sucks is because these women have no respect. More specifically, black women. Talking about black relationships. Black men are the most disrespected species, bro, on this fucking planet. We get less respect than any animal in the animal kingdom. We get less respect than a white man, than an Asian man, than a Hispanic man, than an Indian man. We don't get no respect from our women. And you might ask, well, why is that? Why aren't black men getting respected by black women like other races of women respect their men? And y'all, there's a deeper and darker link to it all. And that's going to be a topic for another day. I can't get into all of the nuances, but I'm excited to talk about it pretty soon. One of these days, we're going to have a conversation. We're going to break everything down. But our women don't respect us. That's the bottom line. By the way they talk to us. By the way they value us. A lot of women would say, if I can't get a top 1% man, a man making over $500,000 a year, if I can't get that man, then I might as well be alone for the rest of my life. That's how little respect most of our women have for the average black man. They would much rather have a life of struggle, lack, and poverty than to be pair bonded with a loving partner where both of you have to go to work to pay bills and to take care of the family. Apparently, that's a thing of the past as well. Because women just ain't solid as they used to be. And then another thing is the sexual liberation movement. These women is out here fucking on everybody. And that's perfectly fine. Your body, your choice. You can have sex with whoever you want to have sex with. But as men, we have a right to say whether or not we want to accept that or not. You ask yourself, well, what's the problem with the girl sleeping with a bunch of people? What's the problem with having a lot of sexual partners? Well, one of the reasons is STDs. These motherfuckers is walking around here clapping, bro. The pants is on fire. The pants is on fire. It's a little hot down there with a lot of people out here. And me being a relationship-minded guy, I don't just want to be having sex with every single fucking woman or anything that opens its legs for me. Because I want no parts of these STDs. I want no parts of the HIV or none of that. None of that. Health is wealth over here on the new Jackie Jordan platform, y'all. Health is wealth. If you're going to play safely. And another reason why I'm not trying to deal with no girl that got a high body count is because the more sexual experiences that she's had, the more difficult she is to please. Now, I'm not one of these guys who I believe, oh, you know, the motion is in the ocean It's not about the size that matters, it's how you use it. I don't really believe in none of that. There's no such thing as good and bad or bad and bad. It's all about sexual chemistry. I done had sex with women who they loved what I was putting down. She couldn't get enough of old Jackie Jordan. And I done had other women who, weren't really feeling it. It wasn't really their cup of tea. And that's perfectly fine because you can't please everyone. Not everyone is not for you. And I understand that, especially when it comes to, in the bed. But women who done had more sexual partners are more difficult to please. They have a sexual appetite that if you're not familiar with her body, you're not going to be able to satisfy her. Because chances are you only get one time to not hit that spot. You only get it one time for her not to come. She not just finna be laying down with your ass every night and you not making her orgasm, nigga. She finna go find Long Dick Harold. And he finna be beating her goonies in all fucking week. You ain't gonna never see that woman again. But it's about sexual chemistry, y'all. You gotta find somebody that you're compatible with. And when these women have all of these different sexual partners, they're harder to satisfy. And then on top of that, I don't really find it ladylike. Now, I might get in trouble for that. But like I said, on this podcast, I got a lot of unpopular opinions. And I already told y'all they gonna try to cancel me because I got a big mouth and I don't know how to shut the fuck up. I just won't shut the fuck up. I just keep talking. La 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 la. Yes, I keep talking and they hate it. I find a woman who didn't had sex with a bunch of men to be unladylike. Why do I say that? Because the women who I want to deal with, they don't have that many sexual partners because the men who they had sex with has come as a result of long-term relationships. I'm not talking about these fly-by-night hoes. These hoes that's at the fucking bar every fucking Saturday looking for a new dick to hook up with for that night. No. I'm not talking about those women. I'm not talking about the queen of the situationships. These hoes that can't never get out of the talking stage with a guy. I'm not talking about these hoes that's just being passed around the block. I'm not talking about them, y'all. I'm talking about the girls who done only been with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 relationships. Because she respects her body. She doesn't want to be sleeping around with all of these different men. She respects herself. So the men who she gives the box up is the men who she has an emotional connection with. I like these demisexual girls because demisexual means that, before I have sex with you, I have to have an emotional connection with you before I even have any sexual feelings towards you. Those are the type of women I like dealing with because I know that I'm not getting used goods. Some of these hoes is walking around used the fuck up. Stretch the fuck out. That's not Jackie's type, y'all. I'm sorry. Don't shoot the messenger. But it's my preference. You get it? You see how that works? Preference. Men have preferences too. The same way y'all don't prefer a man who's 5'4" like myself. I don't prefer women who like to sleep around with all of these different type of guys. And some women might say, well, you know what? Shouldn't a man want a girl who's good in bed? In order to get good in bed, you gotta have some experiences. That's true. But I would much rather have a girl who I can train to suit me and to pleasure me in the way in which I enjoy being pleasured. Because 9 times out of 10, that little trick that you think you're doing, that little move that you think feels really good, guess what? You can't touch me like I touch me. You can't make me feel like I make me feel. I'm preaching today, y'all. You can't touch my body like I touch me. I would much rather sit back with my feet kicked up with some fucking jerkins. I ain't finna get all into the details. I'ma save y'all the details this time. But you know what I'm saying? I would rather pleasure myself than to let a woman pleasure me, and I'm the fifth guy she didn't pleasure this week. Like, no, that's not my type. I like the classy women, the women who respect themselves and respect their bodies. That's the type of woman I'd spend $500,000 a year on. That's a high value woman. Not a low value used up woman. I don't want that. It's just my preference, y'all. It's my preference. But off of that topic, like I said, we're going to get back to this conversation. I want you all to leave a comment below. Let me know about your experience in the modern dating society. Let me know how things is going. Let me know if you agreed with anything that old Jackie has to say. Because goddamn it, Jackie is going to speak his mind. And he ain't no stones going to be left unturned when Jackie gets on the mic. Y'all know me now. I've been doing this shit long enough to where y'all starting to get a feel for the type of brother I am. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. But to wrap up today's podcast, we already 46 minutes in. So I don't want to hold y'all too much longer. But quickly, I just wanted to touch on another popular topic. And that is the WNBA. Y'all, the WNBA is seeing record numbers of attendance, viewership. I'm very happy to see it. I'm very happy to see these women really paving a way for other young female athletes to come in the future. It makes me so happy. Again, y'all, as many times as they might try to say, oh, well, you sound misogynistic because you say this. Y'all, I love women. It's hard not to love women when you were raised in a house full of women. I love women. And I love to see women out there laying it all on the line, competing for something that they're passionate about. And one of the young athletes that's in the news this week is Caitlin Clark. Naptown's own. Yeah, y'all know I'm a Naptown boy. I'm happy we got Caitlin Clark at the Fever. I was getting ready to go see a game with my homie, but I had to work. I'm going to go see me a Caitlin Clark game pretty soon. The young lady, she's extremely talented, man. You can't take nothing away from Caitlin Clark, which is why I don't quite understand why it's so much hate for Caitlin Clark on the internet. Unnecessary hate. This girl is going in the game. She getting clotheslined. She getting tackled. She getting super slammed. She getting F5, tombstone, pedigree. They are laying the smackdown all on Caitlin Clark's candy ass. And I just have to say, I find it very disrespectful. Because this woman is literally carrying the WNBA on her back. With her and Sabrina Ionescu, who I'm a big fan of, and also Angel Reese, who I love to death. These women are the face of modern women's basketball. And the viewership that they are bringing to the game, the eyes from not only women, but also men. I'm seeing so many different conversations being had on the internet about the WNBA than I've ever seen in my entire lifetime. You know, there was a point in time to where I didn't even know the WNBA existed because you never heard about it. You never turned on SportsCenter and seen highlights. You never went on First Take and seen highlights of a WNBA game. And quick point on that, Stephen A. and Monica McNutt had a back and forth the other day. It looked nasty. I can understand where Monica was coming from, where she's saying that Stephen A. could have been talking about the sport of women's basketball 3 years ago, which is true. Because, yeah, you turn on First Take, you don't really see highlights or them breaking down or having a discussion about WNBA games, but he was talking about it. He was bringing it up. He was bringing awareness to it. It wasn't like WNBA never shared the platform with Stephen A. Smith and First Take. It's happened on many occasions that I can recall. And Stephen A. Smith has been one of the trailblazers in the movement over the last couple of years. So to see Monica McNutt, who is a black woman, who is a successful black woman, calling out another successful black man for not doing his part, in her opinion, on advancing the sport of women's basketball on national television. It just wasn't a good look for me. I don't like seeing our people yell at each other and criticize each other on national TV. Because Monica McNutt is a hero to a lot of young black women, and Stephen A. Smith is a hero to a lot of young black men. We need to be able to have these conversations behind closed doors and not just putting each other on blast in front of the world, because it gives it a bad look. It makes it look like there is constant dysfunction within the black community. It's not a good look. That's all I'm saying. Stephen A. has a point. I agree with his perspective on things, but I also can see where Monica McNutt is coming from. So y'all, I just hope that we can have some of these conversations behind closed doors so that we can come to an understanding before we go blasting each other in front of the entire world. That's it. But in relation to Caitlin Clark, I do not think that the WNBA has to roll the red carpet out for her. And every time she plays a game, her opponents is just supposed to lay down. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's necessary. But I think at least what needs to happen is to not allow jealousy or envy or race or anything like that come between you ladies in the bag. This is the perfect chance for the WNBA to get the bag. All of these years I've been hearing all of these women say, oh, well, why don't WNBA players get paid the same amount as NBA players? And it frustrates me because it's simple economics. The NBA has been around for over 75 years. The WNBA is a relatively young league. The NBA have seen legends to the likes of Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Shaquille O'Neal, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. We have seen some of the greatest players to ever lace them up play in the NBA. But the NBA did not start off being profitable in the beginning. It took these big stars to come to bring eyes to the product, which is why NBA is one of the biggest sports organizations in the world. It's because of the fact that it was built on the backs of these great legendary athletes. Now, there have been great players in the WNBA, but unfortunately, the majority, the mass of the population did not get the opportunity to experience the greatness of some of the women who have come before. But now they're paying attention. Now they're making modern headlines. And we can't sit here and act like it's not in large part due to the arrival of Caitlin Clark, and also Angel Reese, and also Sabrina Ionescu, who I don't really hear a lot of people talking about when it comes to this conversation, but the WNBA has been buzzing for the last 3 years. And that's a large part of that monster of a woman. Yes, a monster of a woman, because she's a beast. Sabrina Ionescu. The girl is bad. She's bad. And she is one of the reasons, along with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, why the WNBA is where it is today. And I just want to encourage the ladies to do not squander this opportunity. Do not let these non-basketball plays distract from your actual talent and the game that is taking place on the court. Because now that we have these eyes on the product, you should let your game do the talking. All of that other stuff is irrelevant. All right? It's irrelevant. Now, I'm not saying that you ladies shouldn't play with heart. You shouldn't play with force and vigor. I love all of that. That's one of the reasons why I love Angel Reese, because she's a dog. She's a competitor. She doesn't care to get in your face and trash talk. That's a very vital part of the game, but I'm just saying, don't give us too much of that to where it becomes a distraction, because you ladies have the perfect opportunity to get the bag that you so desperately have been asking for. And we are so desperately waiting to see you get. Because all of you great women, athletes, you deserve it. And it's simple as that. And in other sports news, I just want to touch really quick on the NBA Finals. The NBA Finals showdown between Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, and the Dallas Mavericks are going head-to-head with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals starting on Thursday. And I gave my NBA Finals prediction a few weeks ago, and yeah, my pick didn't quite pan out. You know, I think I probably said Denver was going to make it to the finals, Denver versus Boston. Boy, was I wrong, right? So I'm very happy for Kyrie, man. I am rooting for the Dallas Mavericks because I have been a big fan of Luka since his rookie year. And Kyrie Irving, just a wizard with the basketball. One of the greatest small men to ever palm a basketball. It's that man, Kyrie Irving. One of the greatest clutch performers to ever pick up a basketball. Kyrie Irving. I am rooting for Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, and the Dallas Mavericks. But, I don't know if they can do it, y'all. The Boston Celtics have been knocking on the door for years. And this may be their best opportunity yet to get it done. Bro, they are loaded. They got Slow-Mo. They got Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Drew Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis. They still got Al Horford, even though he's a senior citizen. But this may be their best chance to win the NBA title. And Jason Tatum, you know, he got that Kobe blood in him. He been knocking on the door since he came into the NBA, and this might be his year, y'all. So as much as I want to see Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic get a ring, I can't with 100% confidence say that they're going to be able to get it done, because Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown is coming to play. They're not trying to go home. They're not trying to go home, y'all, without that Larry O'Brien. And another thing with the Larry O'Brien. God damn it, NBA. Y'all got to stop letting people touch the Larry Bryant trophy. I done seen everybody and their mama holding the Larry O'Brien trophy within the last week. I done seen Cody Rhodes get all the way up on Larry O.B. saying, "So, Larry, what do you want to talk about?" And I'm like, Cody, if you don't get your motherfucking ass, put Larry O'Brien down, brother. I done seen everybody holding the Larry O'Brien trophy. Charles Barkley, one of the greatest NBA players of all time, will not even touch any championship trophy from any sport because he wasn't able to win a trophy during his playing career. So he said that he don't even think he deserves to know what that feels like. So if you got all of these athletes who are putting their livelihood, their body, blood, sweat, and tears on the line in order to get a chance at lifting that trophy. 99% of them will never get that opportunity. So stop letting all these fucking irrelevant ass celebrities touch the Larry O'Brien trophy. I'm just not rocking with that part of that. It's kind of disrespectful if you ask me. I don't know. What do you think? If you enjoy content like this, if you enjoy checking out this podcast, do me a favor. Take this moment to go ahead and click that like button, click the subscribe button, and click that bell next to it so you get a notification every time I drop a video. And if you want to take this time now to leave me a comment, let me know what you think about the topics that we discussed today. We went a little longer today. We about an hour in. We talked about the topic of the week, which is modern dating. Let me know what you think about the modern dating scene. Also, let me know what you think about Drake and his Ghostwriters. What you think about Drizzy letting everybody pin up these records for them? How y'all feel about that? Huh? Y'all know how I feel. And then also, Caitlin Clark, give me your thoughts. Y'all think they being a little hard on Caitlin Clark? You think she deserves it? You think it's a racial thing? What? And then lastly, let me know who you got in the NBA Finals, y'all. Comment down below. Let me know who you riding with in the NBA Finals. Again, I want to thank you all for tuning in to a short podcast with Jackie Jordan. Like I said, we got a lot of great things to come on this channel. Keep your eyes glued to the community section of YouTube. I'm going to start posting in there a lot more. I'm coming up with different ideas for different content that I can bring you all on this channel. So keep your eyes open for that. Keep your eyes open for new music. And yes, just keep rocking with your boy, Jackie Jordan, because we is doing big things this year. And we just trying to remain consistent. And we trying to try everything out. Throwing everything at the wall just to see what sticks. So just keep rocking with your boy, right? But until next time, it's your favorite starving musician, Jackie Jordan. Y'all be blessed, y'all. Peace out.